Hello, welcome to our magical Dreamport channel. In this channel, we'll delve into the world of mystery, adventure, and fantasy stories. Today, we'll take you on an exciting adventure called Sherlock Holmes and the Lost Time Machine. In this tale, Holmes and Watson embark on a journey through time to stop the terror of Jack the Ripper. In this story filled with mysterious murders, dark cults, and enigmatic symbols, Holmes's sharp intellect and Watson's bravery will be tested. So, what are you waiting for? Step into the magical world of magical Dreamport and join this thrilling adventure. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. On a cold November morning, as I sat in 221B Baker Street, there was a loud knock at the door. Opening it, I saw Dr. John Watson trembling with excitement. "Holmes," he gasped, "I've discovered something incredible. A man named Professor George Templeton claims to have invented a time machine." Curiously, I followed Watson to Professor Templeton's workshop. There, we were greeted by a disheveled man in his 40s. Templeton explained that after years of research, he had developed a device capable of time travel. The device was a large metal box consisting of a complex array of wires and dials. Templeton instructed me to take a seat and adjust it to the desired date. With curiosity, I set it to 1888, the time when Jack the Ripper was terrorizing London. Suddenly, the world around us vanished, and we found ourselves in the dark streets of the 19th century. Fear and astonishment gripped us. Professor Templeton, however, had vanished. We had landed in the heart of Victorian London, in the Whitechapel district. The streets were dark and foul-smelling, with danger lurking around every corner. We had arrived just after the Ripper's latest murder, knowing we had to do everything in our power to uncover the killer's identity. Holmes began gathering clues with his keen powers of observation and logic, while Watson diligently recorded his analyses and collected evidence at the crime scene. Meanwhile, the fear that Jack the Ripper would strike again loomed over us like a nightmare. Our investigation led us into the dark alleys of the underworld. We spoke with prostitutes, gang members, and police officers. Everyone feared Jack the Ripper, and no one was willing to give us a name. Eventually, Holmes caught a break. A witness described a man they had seen following the killer's victims. Holmes used all his knowledge and skills to uncover the identity of this man. Holmes's investigations led us to the door of a respected doctor named Dr. Francis Crawford. Crawford was a beloved and esteemed figure in society, but Holmes found evidence suggesting he had a dark past and savage sexual desires. Entering Crawford's home, we caught him examining a series of murder photographs. Crawford looked at us with shock and fear, unable to escape Holmes's piercing gaze. Crawford attacked Holmes, attempting to strangle him. Watson intervened to save Holmes and knocked Crawford to the ground with his fists. Crawford was arrested, and the terror of Jack the Ripper came to an end. With Crawford's arrest, it was time for us to return to find Professor Templeton. While Holmes adjusted the settings of the time machine, Watson observed Crawford's arrest. Suddenly, we found ourselves back on 221B Baker Street. Professor Templeton was still in the laboratory, standing next to the time machine. We recounted our experiences to him and explained how we had stopped Jack the Ripper. Templeton listened to us with astonishment and admiration. He couldn't believe the time machine had actually worked. He was amazed by Holmes's intellect and courage and thanked us. Among the murder photographs found in Crawford's house, Templeton noticed a mysterious symbol. It consisted of strangely curved lines and was something Watson had never seen before. When he showed the symbol to Holmes, Holmes furrowed his brow and fell into deep thought. "What does this symbol mean, Watson?" Holmes asked. "I've never seen anything like it before." Watson confessed that he didn't know the meaning of the symbol. However, he believed it must be connected to Jack the Ripper's murders. Holmes speculated that the symbol could be a code or cipher. He spent hours examining the symbol, but couldn't decipher its meaning. Eventually, he decided to find a linguist or an expert in ancient texts who could help unravel the symbol. Meanwhile, Watson began his own research on the symbol. He searched libraries and the internet, but still couldn't find any results. He was determined to uncover the origin and meaning of the symbol. During his research, Watson stumbled upon an ancient text written in the 16th century, detailing a mysterious cult known for dark rituals and human sacrifices. He noticed that the symbol in the text bore a striking resemblance to the one they had found. Watson showed the text to Holmes, who became excited after reading it. "Watson," he said, "I believe we're onto something here. This symbol could be linked to Jack the Ripper's murders." Holmes and Watson began further research on the cult. They wanted to determine if it still existed and if it had any connection to Jack the Ripper. Their investigations revealed that the cult was still active and operating in the dark alleys of London. Its members held secret meetings and offered human sacrifices. Holmes and Watson believed that the cult was responsible for Jack the Ripper's murders. They decided to track down the cult members and stop their killings. However, the cult members were highly secretive and dangerous. Holmes and Watson had to be cautious at every step, or they could become the cult's next victims. After a long and perilous pursuit, Holmes and Watson managed to locate the cult leader. The cult leader confessed that he was the actual killer behind Jack the Ripper's murders. He believed that the cult's victims were necessary sacrifices to appease their gods. Holmes and Watson devised a plan to capture the cult leader and stop his killings. The plan was risky, but it was their only chance to stop Jack the Ripper. They executed the plan and successfully captured the cult leader. He was arrested, and the terror of Jack the Ripper finally came to an end. They still didn't know the meaning behind the mysterious symbol found on the murder photographs in Crawford's house. The symbol could be connected to the cult, but they weren't certain. Holmes and Watson decided to continue their research to decipher the meaning of the symbol. Perhaps one day, they would unravel the mystery of the symbol and uncover the true story behind Jack the Ripper's murders.